Hey kindergarten, it's Miss Corey and Mabel, and we're here today to have a special lesson all about blends and when we use them to read and to write, okay? So when we see our blends, we are really used to seeing them at the beginning of words. So when we go through our blend chart, we are really practicing figuring out that beginning sound. Sk, sk, sm, sn, sp, st, sw. In all these pictures, they were at the beginning, okay? Same with the rest of our chart. Today, we're gonna get a chance to look at when blends come at the end of our word, okay? Because sometimes we're gonna come across a word where it's not at the beginning of the blend, it's at the end. And so there's some different blends that we see at the end of words and some blends that we are used to that we see at the end of words, okay? So let us first look at one example, such as our word slim, Sorry, Miss Corey's just grabbing the letters. Okay, slim. Okay, so we see right here that it happens at the beginning. Slim, okay, and we can chunk it by doing slim, okay, and we could even do it slim, whichever way you'd like. But now let's look at some of these blends that happen at the ends of our words. So I'm gonna bring our chart closer. Okay, so with this, we'll see that these blends happen typically at the end of a word. Okay, we'll see these two are pretty common at the beginning, like sk-unk or st-em, but this time we're gonna see what they look like when they come at the end of a word. A lot of blends that happen at the end of the words are our n, n, d, ng, nd, okay? Old, ulk, ult, and mp, foot. So let's look at these words a little closer, or let's look closer at some words that will have these blends, okay? And they're a lot easier to say, I promise, when we have them at the end of the words, and there's other sounds at the beginning of the word. Okay, so let's first look at these pictures right here. We'll remember this page from yesterday. This kid is cold. Cold. How would we spell cold? K. We know it's a k sound at the beginning. For cold, it's going to be a C. K-O. Is that the long vowel sound? Yeah, that's the O. And then old. 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 Cold. Now you'll notice that these boxes weren't together because sometimes with these ones, we're not used to saying them always at once. So old, cold. And then we would spell it, okay? The next kid is folding his clothes. Fold. Can you spell fold? Very good. So just like cold, we're going to start with the F sound. Say O, say the vowel name, and go into the L-D part. Very good. Fold. Fold. Okay. Oops, and I spelled it wrong. Fold. Okay, so let's go on to the next old, or we're not going to go to the next old, actually. We're going to go on to sk at the end. Okay, so we're going to do sk at the end. Okay, with sk at the end, a word we might see is desk. Desk. What's the first sound? D. Eh. Sk. Desk. And then we'll have that SK at the end. Okay? An elephant has a tusk. Can you try to spell tusk? Tusk. Very good. T our first sound is T, T, U, S, K. Tusk. Very good. Okay, so what you'll see with having these blends at the end is that we still have to really think about which one, what that sound you don't hear as much. Okay, let's try our next set with the oof, oof. We like to play golf, golf. So what's our first sound? G, oof, golf, oof. That F sound at the end is really strong. We don't want to forget that, oh, golf, golf. Next, I have half, half. What's the first sound? Very good. A. Again, we hear that strong f sound at the end. We hear the strong f at the end, but we really want to listen for that half, that silent L right there. Okay? Half. Very good. So with this one, this L could be really tricky because the L sound can be silent, but half, half, golf, golf. Very good. Our next one is that LT that we're going to see at the end, okay? The LT like in salt, salt. Ult. Very good. And we're going to put that LT, salt. Very good. Okay. I'm going to actually do the bottom one this time with melt. M, E, O, T. Melt. Very good. Melt. Melt. Okay, up next is we have quite a few of our words that have these NG, ND, NGs and NDs. So let's look at this one. This is some sand, sand, and you'll notice with the ND, at least when it has the A vowel, it also has our sight word and in it. So s and or just nd. Very good. Okay, again, what's this going to be? Your hand. And I don't have another A. And again, the nd. Do I have any other N's? No. Hand. Okay, very good. Let's look at the next one. This is going to have our ng, the ng, okay, like a king, king. K. And this time we're going to have that K, k, ing, ing. With this one, because it's the I, we think of the ing as that ing sound, okay? So with these ones, just like with and, the ing a lot of times has that vowel, the vowel we're used to of ing, ing. So king. That is a ring. R, very good. Ing. So what is it again? ing. Ing. Ring. Very good. Okay. So with these blends, we didn't do all of them, but with all of these, we really want to think about what are our blends at the end, which ones we're hearing and which ones we're not, so that we can spell them and read them the best way that we can, okay? Your work today will be just like your work yesterday, but this time focusing on blends, okay? So you're gonna have a game board, just like yesterday, with some pictures on it, and you get to build the word. Again, you can use whatever materials you want to build the word on your game board. Then you'll get to write those words down on your answer sheet. So then you'll write down the words from the pictures on your answer sheet. After you've written the words twice, then you will get a chance to write a sentence. I hope you had fun with us today learning how to say these ending sounds, these blends that come at the end of words, and being those super readers and super writers when figuring out these new blends in words. Have a great night. See you later.